Hi, I'm Dr. Fred DiDomenico, founder of Elite Coaching, and I'd like to share with you just a few stories from some of our clients that were just inspired to give their testimonial at the end of one of our seminars a few months ago. And they came to me with frustrations. They'd been to other management groups, weren't reaching their goals in practice, came into Elite and had major breakthroughs, not only professionally in their practice, but personally in their life and with themselves. So I hope when you watch this, you feel their heartfelt intention and you're inspired by their message. Thank you.
I had no choice, and I had to become a client because I knew it was the right thing to do. And the only reason I went out there was because I knew it was the right thing to do. And so September I went to my first boot camp, and since that time I've made some incredible changes. The first time I talked to Fred, I was all over the place. He'd ask me a question, and it was like, well, I just couldn't stand still. Couldn't look at him in the eyes, couldn't really answer a question without, it sucked. And since that time, really have goals set in place that I want to accomplish. Patients come in, they understand why they're in care, but the biggest changes has been within me. And I love recognizing what my purpose as a chiropractor is, and understanding and getting over all my stuff, because boy, there's a lot of it.
Story. I'll just start by saying that you know that each and every human on this planet could benefit from what we do. And it was very frustrating to get to the report and the financial part, and then they realized that they didn't have the value you had. So through Elite, it's definitely increased the value by 1,000%. When you take the practice and you were very frustrated and your fees are so low, sometimes you're given such a discount, they prepay. Now we're getting double that, and in 1 month of being in practice, people pulled out more out of their 401k than they did in my total career before. So
People have resources. You just got to show them why.
I started working with Fred last June, and by November we had hit our highest ever as far as patient numbers. We got to 250 a week. We had 45 new patients that month. You know, I called him on the phone, just got screaming, you know, because it was incredible. And it inspired me so much to take some time off, you know, and literally the change has been overnight. Like, I knew after like a few weeks of trying to make it easy, you know, going to shorter report times, not doing Fred stuff, this was not the way for me to go. And so I slowly started implementing all his stuff back in, did everything, you know. And about 3 weeks ago, I walked into practice, worked a couple shifts by myself, was so energized and like having so much fun with not having my associate there. I just got rid of her. You know, I was just realized I was like, you know, this is what I'm here for. This is what God created me for, and I'm loving my patients, and I'm having so much fun without her there that I couldn't have her there for another minute.
I was debating on whether or not utilizing a practice management coach. I was with Dr. Rademacher for years, and I went back to Dr. Rademacher too. And I always felt like I was kept on hitting this invisible ceiling and then falling back down again. And just every year I'd go up and then they come back down, and then all of a sudden you do that over and over and over again, you start to lose your passion, like the other doctor was saying there. Your energy, it's an energy drain going back and forth through these cycles and so forth. So I knew I didn't have the right system at my office, because there's something I'm missing out, because I hear so many other doctors having these great success stories. And then I got a chance. I talked with Dr. Joe Ferrantelli. I got his posture system, started utilizing that. And Dean, you know, talking with him and so forth, I'm thinking, who do the top dogs use in this business? I mean, who would they listen to? And I find out this man on my right-hand side here, that, you know, they trust in him to help out with practice management. And Joe, who's been in practice for years, he's telling me how his practice is improving so much and using his business principles and so forth too. So I decided, hey, let me go ahead and give him a call and pretty much talk to him every single day so I get as much information out of him as possible.
Multiple times.
Correct, you got it, because you know what? My passion is really great. I want to change. I don't like mediocrity. I want to go to that next level. I think every patient that comes in my office deserves the best.
I would rather have somebody call me every day than not call me at all, because I know if you're not calling, you're not doing it. And you know, I talk to a lot of people, And there's people that you can sense they're not ready for change. You know, there's a few people in this room, like James said, I kept calling him Randy, I kept calling him Justin. There's a select few that when I see something, I see a light, and sometimes there's too much fear to step into people's own power. You know what I mean? Now, there's some people, by their language, they're just not ready. There's a lot of people that I talk to that I don't follow up with. I can tell in one conversation, you guys know I can read people pretty quick, in a matter of 2 minutes, I know if they're ready to change. These guys were ready to change and they wanted help, they just didn't know how to get there, and that's why I wouldn't let them go.